Tonight on the Vince Dow Show, RFK Jr. announces his bid for the Democratic nomination. Does Robert F. Kennedy Jr. stand a chance against Joe Biden? Also, John Fetterman, they had him chair a committee today, and as you could imagine, it did not go well. Also, an OnlyFans girl gets roasted on the Whatever podcast. We will react to it. And lastly, it is my birthday, as we all know. So happy birthday to myself. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. And let's get started. Let me clear my throat and then we will start. Don't go anywhere. Man, okay. And we are live tonight from the great state of Florida. Welcome everyone to the Vince Dow Show. I am your host, Vince Dow. And before we begin, everyone be sure to leave a like and subscribe right now if you are new to the channel. We do this show live every Monday through Friday, obviously with some exceptions, but normally at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We started late tonight, okay? I'm sorry, all right? We keep moving around these start times, but the general rule, 8 p.m. live every weeknight. So be sure to join us. All right, let's see how many likes we are at. We are at 18 likes. Let's get those numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to support the show or you have a question or comment that you want read and answered, feel free to send it in as a super chat. And also, like I said, let me just, break the elephant in the room here. Today's my birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Today is my 20th birthday. Sadly, I am sick, as you can hear in my voice, okay? We've been sick the last few days, as you guys know. But, good enough to do the show, but the voice, it's on a long haul, okay? It's on a long haul trying to make it here. But yes, I will be checking them regularly throughout the night. Does this sound that bad, by the way, guys? Let me sip some water here. Okay, and if you guys want to send me a birthday gift in the super chats tonight, feel free to send it in. Now, you may see I actually linked my Cash App as the pinned comment there. And the reason I've done that is because obviously you guys are free to donate on YouTube and I appreciate all the support. The only issue with the YouTube donations is they take 30%, okay? They take 30% of every super chat you send. So only 70% of that is going to me. And obviously that sucks for me, but also I think it sucks for you guys because you guys want to donate to me, right? Not to big tech. So consider it. I know it's an extra step, but I do have the Cash App link there if you wanted to send in super chats there as well. I will check either, so feel free to do either. It's up to you. But again, if you want me to keep more of the super chat money and not give 30% of it to YouTube, very frustrating, feel free to send it in. I have the Cash App linked there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, let me check the time real quick. It is the hour of Dow. It is the birthday of Dow. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the show tonight. Let's let the Vinsanity commence. So let's start tonight by discussing some political news before we get to the fun stuff, because I have an eloquently written birthday speech for you guys on my 20th birthday. We have the stuff with the Whatever podcast, which is very fun. But let's start off a little bit by talking about some of the political news. So first up is the news of the day that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will be challenging Joe Biden for the presidential nomination. Actually, you know what? Let me just check the super chats right now before we start, because I know we got some birthday gifts. Okay, rewind. Let me check the super chats really quickly here. Zachary for $2, thank you very much, says coleslaw or macaroni salad. Happy birthday, by the way. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to go with the macaroni salad. I don't like vegetables, okay? It's just kind of a Vince Dow characteristic. He doesn't like anything with vegetables. I've had some good coleslaw, but texture-wise, I'm always going to take the pasta. So thank you for the two. I have to go for macaroni salad. God bless you, Zachary. Video Maker 2341 for $5 says, happy 20th birthday, Vince. I hope you had a great birthday, man. Thank you very much, Video Maker. I hope you had a great day as well. I hope everyone in chat has a great day. By the way, let's get to 50 likes here. And let's see, we got $20 from Eric Peterson. Thank you very much for the birthday gift, Eric Peterson. Big donation. Says, happy birthday, Vince. Have fun. Stay safe and God bless. You stay safe, buddy. And God bless to you too. I appreciate it. Big super chat. Big thanks to Eric Peterson. All right, Enclave Nationalist for $2 says, I got a 100% on my World War II test today. Thank you for the $2. You better, Enclave Nationalist. You better have gotten 100% because you are very curiously obsessed with World War II, as the whole chat knows. So good job. Congratulations, Enclave Nationalist. Glad to hear that you got that. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. And LR for $2 says, RFK is an eco-commie. Thank you for the $2. We will get to that in a second. But again, if you guys want to support the show or you guys want to send me a happy birthday gift, feel free to do it in the Super Chats or on my Cash App that I have linked. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the actual show tonight. All right. So we start tonight by discussing some of the political news of the day. So first up, the news of the day is that RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr., will be challenging Joe Biden for the Democratic presidential nomination. That news is, I believe, official as of today, considering he made his announcement speech that was about 2 hours long. I'll be honest, I did not sift through the entire 2 hours. I listened to some of it. And what I can basically tell you about RFK is that he seems to be running sort of this like left-wing populist, overall very anti-establishment, anti-woke style campaign. The best comparison I could make is probably someone like a Tulsi Gabbard, arguably maybe even more right-wing on some social issues than Tulsi Gabbard. Now, I don't need to tell you this. I think everyone basically agrees, but RFK is not going to win the Democratic nomination. We all know this. I don't think there's a single person truly taking his candidacy seriously, but I do think that this is interesting to talk about. Because yes, you know, he's not going to win. And honestly, if it gets to the point where he might look like he starts to win, what's going to happen? They're just going to say he's a conservative. They're going to put a bunch of money behind Biden or Newsom or whoever it is. We all know what they're going to do. They're not going to let this guy win the Democratic nomination. However, I think this is going to be an interesting campaign because I think that honestly, maybe this is a hot take, RFK is going to do a lot better than a lot of people expect. I don't think he has a shot of winning. Let me make that clear for the millionth time. But I do think he might do a little bit better than even, say, Tulsi Gabbard did in 2020. Because not only does he have the Kennedy last name, but also more importantly, I think we are starting to see changing demands from the Democrat electorate. I mean, genuinely, you know, as much as we attack the Democrats and all this, I think there are honestly a lot of older Democratic voters out there who are very fed up with the radicalism of the party. And now that Trump is not around to distract them from it, right? Because for a while, when Trump was president, it didn't matter. Progressive, moderate Democrat, liberal, they were all together. Trump this, Trump that. Now that he's not around anymore, now that you're starting to see the consequences of progressive Democrats, you know, taking hold in the country, you are starting to see a shift, in my opinion, among Democratic voters who are looking for more moderate candidates. And I think you can honestly kind of prove this. I mean, I see this in my personal life, but you look at someone like Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, and people might say, well, what's moderate about Eric Adams? He's been terrible. There's been total lawlessness in New York. That is true. He is terrible as the New York City mayor, no better than de Blasio. But if you'll remember this time machine for a minute, folks. Why did Eric Adams win the Democratic nomination? He actually won by being the most conservative Democrat in the entire race. People seem to forget this, and I know that's hard to imagine now that, you know, we have New York in the state that it is now, but that is genuinely actually true. If you'll remember, Eric Adams ran a campaign on saying law and order, right? He was all about law and order. He was actually moderate on the social issues. He was saying de Blasio's a failed mayor and all that. And obviously, he has not followed through on any of those promises, but it is important to remember, in terms of the electorate, he won the Democratic primary by saying, you know, I'm going to be a moderate, a lot of my party's too radical, blah, 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 this and that. Okay, obviously, since then, he's been a lunatic, but we know what happened. You look at other cases, Lori Lightfoot getting ousted, and you might say, oh, well, a more progressive person won. That's not the point, okay? Most people are voting they're voting for Democrats. They're obviously stupid. They don't know what's going on, but the point is that there was actually so much discontentment at an establishment Democrat like Lightfoot that what happened? They voted him out. They almost voted in Rick Caruso in Los Angeles. That came very close to happening. And so this is all to say, I genuinely think there is a large consensus that you know, some of the ideas these young progressives are pushing is too radical for a lot of the older Democrat voters. And so this is going to be interesting to watch because, again, I don't think RFK can personally win. And personally, I think he's way too conservative to ever stand a chance, right? Because they're going to bring up, oh, he's anti-vax, this and that. He has no chance. But I genuinely think he's going to do a lot better than people are expecting for this very reason. And honestly, I would keep an eye on that. So there's the RFK story. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you guys know he did announce for president today. It'll be an interesting candidacy to watch. And you know what? I don't think there's going to be Democratic debates, but if there are, would be pretty entertaining to see RFK there go on the stage. Also, RFK has no voice, just like me. So look at that. We share something in common. All right. On to our next story here tonight. Hi. Good night, everybody. You know what that means. We are here to talk about John Fetterman, our favorite mentally disabled U.S. senator. So I told you guys the other night about how he is now back in the U.S. Senate, and we reacted to that video. But just to refresh everyone's memories, let's watch that again. So here was, I believe on Monday or Tuesday, here was John Fetterman, again, totally healthy and not whatsoever mentally impaired individual, returning to the U.S. Senate after spending a month in the hospital being hospitalized for clinical depression, because that is, you know, completely normal. Here was the video of that. So let's refresh our memories.
Welcome back, Senator. How are you feeling, Senator?
Senator, are you confident you could serve your full 6 years? Great to be back. Thank you, sir.
So, you know, there was John Fetterman returning to the Senate. This was on Monday or Tuesday. So again, you know, a totally healthy and not impaired whatsoever individual. Don't ask why he looks totally lost and confused and is moving weird, whatever. By the way, look at that outfit. Look at this outfit here. You know, this is what you show up to work. You haven't been in the Senate for a month and he shows up, you know, dressed like that. Very classy. But regardless, you know, we are told that this is all normal. But yet you look at him, he looks worse than he did before. He's lost, he's confused, he's struggling to move. And let's remember again that he just got hospitalized for clinical depression. That is not normal. It is not normal for senators to leave their jobs a month into the term to get treated for clinical depression, whatever that is. But remember, everything is fine. Everything is normal here. You are ableist if you point out that the guy is clearly mentally impaired. Okay, so today, the Senate Democrats, again, he just got back from clinical depression. The Senate Democrats made the brilliant decision to make this guy the chair of a committee. Okay? Yeah, so John Fetterman, not just on Senate committees, he's chairing the committees. Of course, the Hi, Good Night Everybody committee. And this is real smart considering, I mean, you look at the guy, he's already struggling. He needs rest. Honestly, if I were trying to handle John Fetterman, I were his handler, I would say, give this guy as little work as possible. Let's just try to like get through these 6 years, you know what I mean? But here he was today opening as the chair of the Hi, Good Night Everybody Senate Committee. Let's take a look.
I call to this hearing of the U.S. Senate Subcommittee on Food and Nutrition, Specialty Crops, Organics, and Research to order. Chairwoman Stabenow and Ranking Member Boozman, thank you so much for coming. I thank you for your leadership on this committee, and I look forward to working with you to pass a farm bill. A farm bill that works for small
okay, so I think you guys get the point.
Rural communities and hungry Americans. I would also like to thank my ranking member, Senator Braun. I look forward to working closely with you. SNAP is one of the most effective programs to fight hunger and poverty in the country.
Why are they making? Why would they give this guy the speech? Like you could have made anyone else the chair of the committee. And you give it to this brutal, absolutely brutal. Now, the liberal cope we have heard is that, no, he just has a stutter, right? And this is the same thing they say about Joe Biden. He's in totally normal health. He doesn't have dementia. He just has a stutter. He's not mentally impaired. I got this reply today. I didn't even say anything serious about it. I just joked around by saying, hi, good night, everybody. But this person says, he has a brain injury from the stroke. It's affected his speech, not his IQ. Good Lord, what's your excuse? Okay. You know, I could maybe buy this if he weren't just hospitalized for a month. You know, the guy left his job very early into the term for an entire month for clinical depression. That's a lot bigger than he just has a stutter, okay? There's clearly something wrong with the guy. And you even see it the way he was walking back. The guy is not in good health. And it's frankly unbelievable that these people are going so far to pretend like the guy is totally fine. And he just has a stutter. He just has a stutter because of his stroke. It's really sad. And frankly, God forbid. Okay, I don't want this to happen. But I seriously hope they're not basically killing the guy by making him continue this job for 5 more years, okay? You realize that? He just started this job 3 months ago. And they're going to try to keep pushing him out here to last an entire 6-year Senate term. He clearly needs rest. You know, and I agree. A stroke is no joke. A stroke's very bad, right? I agree. I'm not mocking that. Which is why you need to stop wheeling out the guy like you are and pretending like this entire charade is completely normal. I don't even understand the case for it. They're just abusing a disabled guy at this point because, you know, you could say, oh, it's partisan, whatever. We don't want to lose a senator if you're the Democrats. But Pennsylvania has a Democrat senator, you know? So he can just appoint someone else. What's the reason here? Why are they doing this? Why are they putting him through this? Why is his wife allowing this to happen? Why is Giselle Fetterman allowing this to happen? I have no idea, but genuinely, I have to feel kind of bad for John Fetterman. Although, in some ways, you can make the case. Doesn't John Fetterman, guys, sort of reflect the modern United States? It is true. It is true. I look at John, to an extent, I can relate to John Fetterman because I look at him and I'm like, you know, that's the state of this country, isn't it? That's the way the Republic is going. Same thing with Biden, but it is true. But in all seriousness, sad situation there. All right. Well, before we go on to the Whatever Dating podcast clips, let's get caught up on Super Chats again. Got big support, obviously my birthday. But if you guys want to send a birthday gift, question, or comment, feel free to send them in. But let me check the Super Chats here really quickly. And again, the Cash App is available in the chat if you don't want to give so much money to big tech. This is a survey. I'm curious how many people will use the alternative. I understand I know the YouTube built-in one is much easier. But let's get caught up here. But they take 30% of the money. It's like we're giving big tech all this money. Okay. Grant for $2 says, happy birthday, Lemon Master. Thank you very much for the $2. Grant, look what I have on the desk. They're always there. They're always there. Thank you for the $2. Only the channel members will understand this reference. This is true. All right. Rowley for $5. Thank you very much. Says, happy birthday. You were born on the 228th anniversary of the first battle of the American Revolution. April 19th is a sign. I totally forgot. Thank you, Rowley, for reminding me. Thank you for the 5. God bless you. That is true. Yes, I was born on the day of the Battle of Lexington. I'm pretty sure. Battle of Lexington. Lexington and Concord, same day. April 19th, 1775. So there you go. There you go. Vince Dow is the second rebirth of the Republic. He's me. He's literally me. Just kidding. Thank you for the $5, though. You know, that I have a cool birthday. Listen, I said this last night. God really did bless me, popping me out the day that he did, because I get to have the coolest. Hey, I was born on, you know, the first day of the American Revolution, this and that. If I were born one day later, not only would I be born on Weed Day, which is cringe, but then also I would have been born on Hitler's birthday. Hitler was born on 420. Do you know what they would say about me? Do you know what they would say about me for an eternity? Oh, he's the second coming of Hitler. So, thank God. Thank God. If my mom pushed me out a few hours later, we would have been screwed. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate it very much. Zeb Boykin for $20. Thank you very much. Says, happy birthday, brother. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Zeb Boykin. Eric Peters. Hold on. Okay. MBJK says, happy birthday, Vince. Wish I had Cash App. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you very much. MBJKB Korean. I know, huh? That's what it says. That's exactly what it says. I can make that joke because Asian. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate it very much. Zeb Boykin with a member chat says, why is the dissident right comprised approximately 80% of sexual degenerates? I don't think it's really like that. I just think that, you know, there are certain bad people that see I don't think that it's the sort of base members that are like that. I think it's the people who got driven out of the regular right. Ali Alexander, as an example, he got driven out of the regular right for having so much liability, including being a groomer. And then, you know, now that he's discredited from the mainstream, where does he go? Where does he go? You know, he preys on young boys in other areas. Thank you for the member chat. Eric Peterson for $2 says, I'm in Pennsylvania. Pray for us. It's embarrassing. No, I seriously do pray for the state of Pennsylvania because it's a great state. It's a state with a lot of heritage and history. And that the entire Rust Belt region is just dying. Like, I hate to put it like that, but it's true. People are leaving in large numbers. And you know, obviously, as we know, the economic opportunity there has been dying for a while. It's the American heartland. You know, it's Trump country in the rural parts. And yeah, it's true. There's an embarrassing situation there, and you guys have a mentally disabled person as the senator. So thank you for the $2. I will pray for you Pennsylvanians out there. Dollar for $2. Thank you very much. Says, happy birthday. Can you please roast the fat phobic blanks? Fat acceptance is just a term for accepting defeat, no other than laziness or hedonism. Anyway, hope you're having a great birthday. Thank you for the $10, dollar for dollar. We actually did this last night when we were talking about Lizzo. But it is true. You know, it's not healthy to be fat. That's the easiest thing I can say. You know, not only will no one ever find you attractive being that fat because, you know, however much you want to try to change human biology, there's a biological reason why people who are incredibly obese and overweight are not found to be attractive, because they are not healthy. And then furthermore, on that front, the health aspect, right? Being obese, virtually in all cases, lowers your lifespan by, you know, oftentimes a very great deal. We know about heart disease, stroke, all of the health, you know, there's common sense here. And so, you know, fat acceptance is saying, hey, let's just let people die is essentially what it is. Let's people cause harm to themselves, which, you know, it's that should not be surprising, because we know how the FDA is. We know how the food system is in this country. That arguably is what they want. Now, if you wanted to go full conspiracy theorist about this, I'm not saying it's true, but if you wanted to go full big brain conspiracy theorist 5D about the whole situation, you could argue that the reason why they're trying to push fat acceptance and also just, you know, letting all these chemicals in the food that are making people fat, FDA, you could argue that's all to eventually funnel money into big pharma and into the medical industrial complex, because people who are obese obviously are going to have to get treated for a lot of different diseases. And so, you know, I'm not saying it's like that. I don't know if this is all one, you know, I don't know if it goes that deep, but it is all convenient how that all sort of works, isn't it? So thank you very much for the $10. Enclave Nationalist for $5 says, next for your 21st birthday, you should take a shot of whiskey on stream. Absolutely. Thank you for the 5. We will absolutely do that when I turn 21. You can believe that that's happening. Burgundy Blue for $100. Yo, we're in shock. Shut it down. Shut it down. Let's go. $100 super chat. Big donation from Burgundy Blue. Everyone get a round of applause in the chat for Burgundy Blue. Let's go. Voice crack. God bless you, man. God bless you, man. Says, happy birthday, Vince. I hope you feel better soon. I feel fine, honestly. I just, you know, the voice is lost. I smoked a cigar today to do a cool photo shoot, and that probably didn't help. By the way, I had all these people saying, you shouldn't smoke. It's bad for... I smoke like one cigar a month at most, okay? I only do it on special occasions so I can feel cool. And so I saw a comment that says, you know, that like it's gonna kill me. Basically, it's gonna... I don't... Yeah, I probably would if I was vaping every day. If I was smoking cigs or cigar. I don't. I do it once a month to look cool at most, so that I could look cool like a mafia, like James Bond. So I could look like James Bond. Okay. You know, honestly, I think the food system's gonna kill us way before, you know, looking like James Bond will. But anyways, back to the point here. You are a hardworking man and never cease to entertain. Thank you, I appreciate it, Burgundy Blue. The fact that I'm only 2 months younger than you always made me feel a special connection with you and inspired me to approve. Despite our disagreements, I consider you a good friend. Oh, I appreciate it, Burgundy Blue. Let's go. Round of applause. Big donation from Burgundy Blue. God bless you, man. I consider you a friend too. Let's go. Talks with Kenny for $20 says, happy birthday day from one April to another. Mine was last week on the 12th. Yo, let's go. Happy birthday to you too, man. And I believe my birthday was the day of the Civil War. See, Kenny, this is this is. I'm not gonna make the joke. You know what okay, but thank you for the $20. God bless you, Talks with Kenny, and I appreciate it. God bless you, man. All right, we can't keep going with the show. We keep getting super chats. Dollar for $5 says vape is worse than cigarettes. Say it with me. Breathe air. You don't need a vape. Do some push-ups. So true. Thank you for the $5. Dollar for $1. All right, we'll catch up on the rest of the super chats in a second. Okay, thank you guys for the support tonight. Truly, God bless. But let's continue these stories here. Continue the stories here. Okay, but big. I appreciate it. God bless you guys. Love you guys. All right. Anyways, before we go fully into super chats and have fun tonight. Oh wait, wrong one. Okay, there's our political news for the night. Now let's get into some of the fun stuff before we get into the truly fun stuff, which is, the super chats and all that. You're probably familiar by now with the Whatever podcast. That's this dating show where oftentimes like Feminist and most of the times OnlyFans girls go on and then they get roasted by some conservative red pill people. It's a conduit for content is probably what I would frame it as. Most of you are familiar, I'm sure. You've seen the clips, Daily Wire here and there. I saw this clip from them today, though, that was pretty wild. So here is our good friend of the show, Chase, Sovereign Bruh, the OG of this podcast. Still need to get him on this show. I keep forgetting to text them. But here is based guy Chase, Sovereign Bruh, going at it with an OnlyFans creator. I don't think it needs more context than that. Let's just play the clip. So here's red-pilled Christian guy versus OnlyFans girl. All right, let's see how this goes.
These girls would literally rather see an 18-year-old sell her body online than be with an older guy who cares about her. It's sad.
When women are doing it for OnlyFans, they're not doing it for pleasure most of the time. They're doing it for money. So they don't do it because they like older men. They do it because they like older men's money.
If any young women are watching, please do not model your lifestyle after her. Thank you very much.
100%.
He's judgmental.
And that's from the Christian man.
In many ways, that is sort of our generation in two people. It's like Chase and the OnlyFans girl. I feel like that sums up the dynamic of the entirety of Gen Z. But regardless, I will say that in that clip, the OnlyFans girl does say one relatively true thing, which is that, yes, OnlyFans girls, in a sense, are doing it for the money. Now, I would argue it's not entirely for the money, because I think obviously there are other ways to make money. And to some degree, if you are going to do porn, you have to be in some way a little messed up in the head to want to do that, right? And I think there's that component here. But sure, most of the time, they're not doing OnlyFans or webcam or whatever it is because they like any of the creepy old guys who are, watching and all that. They're doing it because many young girls have been told, sadly, that they can make a lot of money off of exploiting these horny, creepy old men. And so it is true, right, that she does kind of have a point that, yeah, it's not because she likes all the guys she talks to on OnlyFans, that she does it for the money. But my question is, why is that a good thing? Why is it a good thing, first of all, that there is even an economy of this stuff? Why is it a good thing that men are so unbelievably desperate that they are paying money? Forget all the free porn on the internet. They're so sexually deprived and starving, not just of, real, normal, healthy female interaction, but they're so starved of it that they're paying oftentimes large sums of money to see just random girls who they don't even know get naked on the internet and all this garbage. it's disgusting. And what is the flex about that? What is the flex about? Oh, and then, you know, secondly, why is that a good thing that you, as you basically admit, are taking advantage of them? Why is that a good thing? And don't get me wrong, I understand a lot of the blame probably is on the guys. They're the ones who pay for this garbage, right? In order for there to be, you know, something like an OnlyFans girl to even exist, there has to be a demand first of guys that would pay for that. And so I understand that. But there is a level to which, you know, by saying this, that you are consciously taking advantage of, you know, screwed up guys with a borderline mental illness. And you're admitting you're basically exploiting those people for money. And why is any of that okay? Why is any of that a flex? Oh, I do it for the money. And, you know, furthermore, forget the men's mental health. Let's talk about you and your mental health, okay? You are admitting that you are selling your body for money. You are monetizing the intimate parts of your body that are supposed to be designed for love and intimacy, and whoring them out to make money. Apologize the language, but, you know, that is indeed what this is, okay? You're taking what is supposed to be designed for your partner and designed to be loved and cherished and you know, kept private and intimate to one person, and turning it into this financial transaction to the entire world, and making sex, the act of sex, one big financial transaction. Now, you may say, oh, well, you know, if I ever decide I want to settle down, I can settle down and I'll just stop doing the porn or whatever. Here's the issue. The effects of that are permanent, okay? Especially as a female, because you guys process sex differently than men, right? But psychologically speaking, not saying that it's right, not saying that it's healthy, but in a hormonal sense, guys can basically get away with, you know, doing all this sexual stuff to a bunch of women they're to or of or whatever, with a bunch of women they're emotionally unattached to, because you kind of understand, right? That's our biological imperative, is to go like fertilize, right? But women, they form very strong emotional bonds based off of sex. And so women who have had many sexual partners or done something like this, literally just turn the entire act of sex into a financial transaction. I'm not saying that there's not repentance. I'm not saying that, you know, there are not ways to turn your life around. Of course, I'm not saying that, but I am saying that this is something that leaves permanent damage, and you know, it's going to leave a very bad effect on your brain for a very long period of time. Perhaps you do not realize that now, but by disconnecting the intimate parts of your body from actual intimacy, actual love, actual romance, that is going to permanently scar you. And frankly, you know, there may come a day, I understand you making all this money right now, you know, living the life. There may come a day where you decide you don't want to do this anymore. You don't want the whole internet to see this. You want to settle down. You want to fall in love or whatever. And you're going to be so mentally screwed in the brain from the process of doing this that it's just actually going to be a very difficult thing to do. It's going to be very difficult further. Forget, even if you are able to somehow get over it, which hormonally speaking, not easy, right? It's going to be very difficult for you to find a man who actually wants to be in a serious relationship with you. And this is another thing we don't talk about, because, you know, obviously if she is an OnlyFans girl, she has the perception that there is this unlimited pool of men kind of out there that all want her and this and that. And it is true that they want her for sex, right? All these men out there that they you know, they're sexually into these OnlyFans girls. But how many men out there actually respect a porn star? Respect a, you know, blank, right? It is very far and few between. It's very far and few between. Because when a woman, again, degrades herself like this, sells herself out like this, sure, you know, there are a lot of men out there who would be happy to sleep with her. We know this to be true. But how many men out there, I mean, ask yourself this personally. Would you ever date a porn star? Even a former porn star? Of course not, right? Because there's something to be said about female, especially sexual exclusivity. Men are actually attracted to that in a romantic long-term sense. Sure, you know, the idea that a female is sexually promiscuous in the short term, you know, with our carnal primal brains, we may, you know, be drawn to that for the purpose of sex, but for the purpose of commitment, for the purpose of relationship, for the purpose of marriage, no guy wants to settle down with that, frankly. And, this is a rude lesson that a lot of these OnlyFans girls are going to have to learn at some point. But, just in conclusion here, let me just say one more time. It is absolutely true. You are selling your body out for the purpose of sex and selling the sexual parts of your body out to the world. Again, why is that a good thing? I don't understand. It's not a good thing. Okay. But all right, guys, before we fully get into these super chats here, I will acknowledge one more time that it is my birthday. I turned 20 years old today. And I figured since I have been on this earth for a very long 20 years, I've basically seen it all, right? I've so much life experience. No, but in all seriousness, I do recognize, honestly, and I'll say this kind of on the birthday, whatever, I do recognize that there are a lot of young men and women out there who look up to me, okay? And I don't say that in a arrogant or whatever way. And honestly, it's something for a while I've denied. I was just in denial about, like, okay, they just listen to me about politics on the internet. And then you kind of meet people in real life and you realize, people do, whether or not you think I'm an idiot, the truth of the matter is there are a lot of young men and women out there that do take my word seriously, right? And so, I'm not saying that for egotistical purposes. I'm just pointing out a reflection of reality. And so I say that because I hope that sometimes I can at least give advice that genuinely helps people and makes people's lives better. I know a lot of time we just talk about politics or whatever, but I thought to myself, since it is my birthday, since I do turn 20 today, what words of wisdom can I give to the world on my 20th birthday that doesn't sound ridiculous? Because I'm young, right? And so it would be weird to kind of give this like very old man, I've lived through so much life type of advice. But what's some advice I could give that's like fitting for my age on my birthday? So, well, it actually came to me while I was playing chess, okay? For those of you who know, the last few weeks I've been learning how to play chess. I kind of got interested in it because of that one stream we did where I had no clue how to play way back, whatever. But mainly also because I absolutely believe what people often say, which is that life is like a chessboard, and getting good at chess can genuinely make you good at life. It can teach you how to think about and approach life. And so recently I've been learning how to play chess. Now, because I started a few weeks ago at chess, I am, as you can imagine, relatively inexperienced. I knew what the pieces did, but I never knew strategy, so I don't really know what's going on. But I have progressed in sort of chess to the point where I kind of know what I'm doing. Not entirely. I kind of know what I'm doing. I've won a decent number of games. And like I said, so at chess, I'm not at the point where I know everything, where I've been around the block enough times to be able to see the board several moves in advance. I'm not that grandmaster where they approach, the board's not even set and they know exactly what they're going to do. That's not me. I'm no master at chess, but I have come to learn over the course of playing chess and learning chess that the best thing you can do when you don't really know everything is to simply develop your pieces, do the right thing, and eventually, oftentimes, you will see the opportunity for victory, the opportunity of checkmate open up in front of you. That's sort of the early lesson I've learned the first few weeks of playing chess, because, early on, I was just moving the pieces wherever. I didn't know what was going on. Over time, I realized, if you develop your pieces, if you put all your pieces in favorable positions, you don't know exactly what you're doing, right? You're not able to plan out, I'm going to do this 5-step attack. But I have learned in playing chess that if you kind of develop all your pieces into the right places, a lot of times just the king opens up, right? Checkmate opens up and you just keep playing and then you seize the opportunity. And so this is what I've learned. And then I realized, big brain philosopher moment. That's kind of where I am in life right now, right? I'm still young. I'm not a master at the game of life. I cannot see the board several moves in advance because I haven't played the game enough times. But I have managed to figure out in the 5 years now of doing all this political stuff, how to put my pieces in the right position, which I don't always do, but how to do the right thing, right? How to develop a favorable position on the board. And I've come to learn in chess and in life that even if you don't know exactly what you are doing or where you're headed, many of us don't aren't able to see the board so many moves in advance. We set ourselves up for success if we develop our pieces in favorable positions, especially when it's not that important and nobody is watching. We put ourselves in a position to have the opportunity for victory in the end. If during the whole game, we've been moving our pieces into all the right spots, putting the bishop here, the knight here, all that stuff. And I think that's absolutely true in life as well. Obviously I believe in miracles. I'm a Christian, but I also don't count on them, right? Because I do think there is a natural design to God's world. He created it obviously in a perfect way. And so I think that if you are constantly putting yourself in favorable positions, if you are constantly developing your board, it is more likely that good opportunities will come to you. Okay? Sure, you could hypothetically do all the wrong things and still get lucky, okay, and still win the game. But what are the chances of that on most games? Not great. It's all about putting yourself in a favorable position. Now, when opportunity opens up, you're not guaranteed to win just because it opens up. You also have to seize the opportunity. You have to be ready to seize that opportunity. I absolutely believe that. But you're a heck of a lot more likely to have a chance if you put all your pieces in the right place. And again, as I get older, I might tell you, once you put your pieces in place enough times, you know how to take opportunity. You know how to go out and win for yourself. You can predict the future. You can see ahead on the board. But if you're like me, you're young, you're not there yet, a lot of people will tell you just, go with the flow of life, blah, 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 this and that. I think that is wrong. I think that is fundamentally bad advice. It is dangerous. Because, going with the flow, you have no control. You have nothing over the situation. At least, that's how you're checkmated if you're just lollygagging along. No. Develop your pieces in a favorable position. Set yourself up in all the right angles and pieces to attack life. And then, again, if you do all the right things, you are more likely to be in the position where something good will happen. And I will perhaps maybe relate this to, my personal life, or the professional life, I should say. Vice, right? The Vice panel. Now, a lot of people say, you're just lucky. You have 100K now because you went on it and all this and that. And it's like, to an extent, yeah, it was a blessing, obviously, that, I went on it. It got me all this publicity, new viewers, all that stuff. I'm sure most of you watching right now found me from Vice. But there were so many years of, developing myself, and Vice found me through social media, obviously, right? Because I had a presence on social media. Why? Because I had spent so many years, again, developing pieces in the right place. You see what I'm saying? So all the people who say, one hit wonder, this and that, you got lucky, or, to an extent, yeah, it is luck, or it is a blessing, I should say. I don't believe in luck. I believe in blessings. It is a blessing that happened. But Vice only found me. Why? Because all my pieces were in the right place, right? I'd been developing my chessboard over the course of years. And then what happened when Vice came calling, right? Checkmate opened up. You see what I'm saying? Right? I had all my pieces in the right position to attack the situation. Obviously, do well on the panel, but also, kind of plan out the way I was going to seize that opportunity to gain relevance and gain notoriety for myself. You see what I'm saying? So this is a very fundamental rule of life. There is no guarantee, right? There's no guarantee that Vice is going to call whoever's going to call. But if you constantly, they're certainly not going to call if you're not doing anything, right? If you're constantly putting your chess pieces in the right place, you'll be shocked to see, the moment the other side makes a mistake, something opens up, whatever it is. You're more likely to be able to seize on that if you put your pieces in the right place. So there's my 20th birthday advice. Develop your board. Okay, develop your board. That's my basic advice there, all right? No idea if that made sense or was cringe, but there it was. Okay, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we will get into nothing but super chats for the rest of the night. Since it's my birthday, I'll probably give you like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour stream. We'll go later tonight. But also, okay, on this front, programming alert, we probably will not do a show tomorrow. Not because I don't feel well, but because I'll be going to DC. I'm going to DC tomorrow for a political event, and I don't know, we'll see. Like, I might try to pre-record something, whatever. I don't know if I have time. I don't really have an idea on what to pre-record. So probably no show tomorrow. But Friday, I'm going to try to do something. I'm going to try to throw something together. I hope maybe to do like a live from DC. I feel like that'd be cool to host an episode of the show, get some guests on IRL. I feel like that whole thing would be cool. I don't know, but again, probably no show tomorrow. Most likely a show on Friday. We will figure it out. But all right, guys, with that said, beating around the bush, let's get into your super chats. And again, if you want to send me a birthday gift, support the show. I'm reading them all right now. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Where's the top of these? Okay, we got Mr. EZ. Member chat for 1 month says, happy birthday, Vince, and God bless you. We all love you. I love you too, Mr. EZ. Today, we'll be putting April 19th facts in the live chat. Did you know that Charles Darwin died on your birthday in 1882? Oh, wow. Wow, that, There's a rich irony into that, is it not? Is there not? You know, there's a rich irony. Not to dunk on the guy, obviously. I'm not doing that. But you know, I anti-Darwin. Okay, Christian, don't believe in that. And also, by the way, people say, "Oh, evolution is so proven." It's actually not. Macro evolution is totally unproven, and also mathematically, it doesn't make sense. Just for the record. Because I know people, whenever I say I don't believe in evolution, people go crazy. Do you really believe that these science heads have a clue what they're talking about? Maybe it's true. I don't know, but I don't know, whatever. But they're, again, not like dunking on the death or anything, okay, obviously. But there is a irony to that, is there not? There's a strange irony to that. He died that day. I was born that day. Very interesting. Ryan for $2, thank you very much, says, check your Instagram DMs. Should I be looking for a DM from Ryan? Let me see. Which Instagram? Oh, here you are. Here you are. So I'm gonna keep your message private because I don't know if I want it publicized. But there you go. I opened it, so I will. I'll hopefully I remember. I'll check it after the show. Thank you for the $2, Ryan. I appreciate it. Zachary upgraded to VinceDao Nationalist membership tier. Let's go. Round of applause for Zachary. I appreciate it, King. Dollar for $2 says pride, lust, greed, envy, sloth, gluttony. No, sir. No, sir. It is so true. The OnlyFans girl is guilty of all of those, sadly. All right, Zachary for $10, thank you very much, says, my birthday is the same as the P-38 Lightning. How can your birthday be the same as the you mean it like the day it was invented? The day it was invented? P-38's a cool plane. I prefer the P-51, though. That's probably my favorite World War II plane. But very interesting to know, Zachary. I appreciate the $10. And he says, by the way, my birthday gift to you, Dow, is a free stick shift lesson. If you are ever around Seattle, you might need to provide the car. Thank you for the $10, Zachary. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know how to drive stick. Attack me all you want. How would I have ever learned? I never had it. You know, all the cars are automatic now. So, yeah, I don't know how to drive stick. I would like to. I'd like to. My car does have, you know, it has one of those, like, stick shift options where I know it's not a full stick, but, you know, you can, like, change the gear to manual. But I don't actually know. I don't actually know. I just remember one time when I first had the car, I accidentally hit the stick. And I didn't even realize it was like it was a manual mode, but the car was driving faster and the engine was really loud. So I was like, oh, yo, is this the sport mode? Turns out it was not. Turns out it was just changing gears or whatever. But thank you for the $10. I appreciate it very much. Thanks for the birthday gifts, guys. Big support tonight. God bless all you guys. Love you guys. Jono B for $14.99. Is that Australian? Austrian? I don't know what that A is, but thank you for the $14.99, Jono. That's got to be Australian, right? Right? It's South Jono, you know? There, actually, I was right. There you go. There you go. I didn't even read the super chat. There we go. Happy birthday from Australia. Word on the street is you're writing a book. I don't know where you heard that. Please confirm. Keep it up. Your influence is far and wide. I don't know where you heard I was writing a book. Thank you for the $14. God bless you. $15, I should say. But I would like to write a book. I would like to. I don't know if I'm at the size yet to write a book, though. You know, in terms of the size of influence, like anyone can publish some stupid book that nobody reads. But am I at the size to have like a huge book deal? I don't think so. But I will say, you know, one thing I thought of the other day is like, what if I wrote a kid's book and then had someone else illustrate it? You know what I mean? Who could split the money or whatever. I was thinking about this because you look at all the, you know, actually I shouldn't even say this because now someone's going to steal the idea, but you look at all, you know, the, you know, LGBT, blah, 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 this and that. What if you wrote a kid's book that's like, what is a boy? What is a girl? Very generic idea, obviously, but you know, the businessman in me, that would do very well. Because so many people, right? Everyone wants, you know, kids books for their kids. All you parents in the chat, right? Don't you want a kid's book for your kid that not only obviously tells the truth, but also, you know what they're learning in school, you know what they're being taught by social media and the world, this fundamental idea that, like, you know, a boy can be a girl can be a boy. You seriously need a kid's book that you don't just want one, you need one that straight up says, like, teaches, you know, children that they can't change genders, right? You do it in an illustrative way, you know. Some people think Tommy can become Sarah, but God knows. but no, Tommy knows that the Lord made him man as he is. Like, okay, I don't know, but imagine a kid's book like that. Would that not be a hit? Would that not be a hit? I was thinking about this. Okay, capitalism. It's an amazing business idea. Now someone's gonna take it. Okay, shh. It's my idea, but I mean, think about it, right? Because it's for a good cause, but people might say, oh, that's a grift. It's not a grift. Like, there's a genuine need. We need kids' books like this, obviously. People would buy it. It's not I'm not stealing money from anyone. I believe it, too. But, like, imagine how lucrative that would be. I think that's a great idea. I think that's, nobody take my idea. We're going to do this. At some point, we're going to do the kids' book. What is a boy? What is a girl? None of you, I should have never said it. None of you better take that idea. Nobody take that idea. Okay? But thank you for the $15. Hold on, let me scroll down. What do people think of that? It's a good idea, right? Is that not? Banana Republican says he's stealing your idea. Screw you. Cease and desist. Just kidding. I don't have the legal authority to do that, okay? Nobody take my idea. How dare you? All right? This is my idea. It's a great idea, but no, I'm stealing it. No, screw you. It's who even are you, Banana Republican? Okay, you know, listen. At least not even to like be a jerk, but like at least I have the relative name right where I can like publish it. You know what I mean? Okay, well, you know what? How about this? Okay, let's cut a deal. Let's work together. Because I have the like I could have the contacts. I could be the face that sells it. And then we'll work together on it, okay? Where do you think your idea independently would go? Do you know the publisher? So we gotta work together. All right? But... All right, let's see. Doesn't that already exist? Who cares? We'll write another one. We can't be more? We're gonna do another one. Okay? We need lots of kids' books. All right, going on here. MBJK. Hi, Chung. For $5, thank you very much, says, how much money for a date? I was dared by chat, but genuinely want to go out sometime. Okay, so, first of all, we have to confirm a few things, okay? Are you of legal age? I don't know. You're just a profile picture, which suggests perhaps not, okay? So, you know, that's an issue here, okay? I'm not getting trapped. Secondly, are you a federal agent? So, you know, if we could go through some type of verification process, then, you know, maybe we could work something out. But you know, frankly, MB, you're probably a federal agent for all I know. I don't know this. I don't have the answers to these questions. So I'm gonna have to respectfully decline for now until we know more about the request here. Okay, more about the request. Burgundy Blue for $2 says, "What's the event? I live in DC. Can I come?" It's a Bull Moose event. It's a Bull Moose Project event. It's a candidate training. I'm not sure if you can still apply. Go look on their website. But, you know, message, I'm sure like David in the circles knows you. I don't know, message someone in the Bull Moose American Virtue Circles who still does administrative stuff, and then we can figure that out. Or message me on Discord or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Joey for $10. Thank you very much. Joey, good to see you. Is he playing a guitar? What a king. What a king. Let's go. Music Man Joey says, hello, I am a 25-year-old Christian and have autism. You are a great man. I have faith you will go far. I'm making a lot of changes, like learning how to use my gun properly. God bless you. God bless you too, Joey. And that's great to hear, because listen. If the self-defense situation ever comes, a lot of these people, I own a gun, I'll be fine. Do you know how to use it? Are you accurate with it? So yeah, lots of practice at the range. Make sure you're cleaning it, taking care of it, and all that. Good to hear. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the birthday gift, Joey Brewster. I appreciate it very much. God bless you, man. Andrew M for $2.20 in Canadian dollars says, happy birthday from your Canadian brother. Thank you very much. My Canadian cousin, Andrew M., my fellow Asian. You know, I was so shocked. For some reason, we did a call-in stream a long time ago with Andrew M., and I was very shocked to find out that Andrew M. was Asian. I don't know what it was. I was just very surprised. So yes, my Asian brother, Canadian, my Canadian Asian. We got to get you down to the States, okay? Listen, if the libs can bring in all these illegals first of all, and then like legal immigrants that, you know, vote for them and, you know, disrupt the social order and, you know, take jobs and all that stuff, why can't our base Canadian viewers all just move here? You know, we got to make this happen. Thank you guys for the support tonight. Again, if you want to send in super chats, I'm reading them all right now. Feel free to do so. Thanks for the birthday gifts. Very epic and cool. Eric Peterson for $2 says your favorite sports teams. Okay, so college football, I have two teams. I have the childhood team. I grew up in LA, so I was a big USC fan growing up. Still a fan of USC. USC, and then Florida. Okay, Florida because, you know, go here and all that. So those are my two favorite college teams, USC, Florida. If one were to play the other, I would root for Florida because, you know, it's where I am versus like USC. That's where my parents went, etc. So that's the answer to the first question. NFL, I don't know. I don't really particularly care for the NFL these days, but technically my team is the Seahawks. Technically. Oh, it's the Seahawks. Okay, I live in Florida now. Should I bandwagon the Bucks, the Dolphins? I don't know. But for now, it is still the Seahawks. And the reason for that, you might say, well, Vince, you're from LA. Where does that come from? Well, the reason for that is because if you'll remember, growing up, I didn't have a team, right? LA did not have an NFL team for a very long time. And, you know, and so I just had an open choice. Hey, who should I root for? Because the family doesn't have a team, whatever. And so I decided it was going to be the Seahawks because I could have done the Niners, could have done the Chargers. But again, USC fan. So Pete Carroll obviously went to the Seahawks and stuff. And so I was like, well, I'll follow, you know, my old coach or whatever. And so, yeah, I'm a Seahawks fan. Okay, it's the West Coast. At least I'm not a Cowboys fan or whatever. You know, it's not a total just... Or Patriots fan. I'm not hopping on a direct bandwagon here, but it is true. Okay, so those are my favorite football teams. Let's keep going down through the list. MLB... I don't watch baseball. I guess the Dodgers. I don't know, LA. I don't really care. But the Dodgers have a cool logo and cool uniform. So I'll say Dodgers, LA, whatever. So that's that. Hockey, I have no idea. Can I choose the Canucks? I know they're Canadian, but it's a funny name. We love the Canucks. Okay. What other sports are there? I'm trying to think. Is that all the sports? I know it's not, but it was all relevant sports. Oh, NBA? Well, I hate all the NBA teams because they're... But I guess the Lakers. I mean, I don't... Again, LA, I guess. You know? And LeBron is kind of a... You know, obviously we don't like him. So, I mean, I don't know. But I guess NBA would be the Lakers. Golf, Tiger Woods. Based Trump supporter. Colby Covington, MMA. I mean, I don't know. Is that adequate? I don't know. What other sports teams are there? I'm forgetting right now. All right, let's get caught up here. Keep going with Super Chats anymore. We got Eric Peterson for $2 says Johnny the Walrus. Oh, that's Ashley St. Clair's book. Right. I'm pretty sure, right? Is she going to get mad at me? Is she going to get mad at me if I do the... She published hers like years ago. I'm not stealing... She doesn't have license to the idea. We're going to do it for ourselves, okay? All right? I respect her. She respects me. You know, we're not in competition here. It's not like we're releasing at the same time. Also, mine's not going to be based on a walrus. Come on, we need lots. We need lots of different ones, okay? We need lots of different ones. Ricky Rat Comics says Vince sounds a little toasty. I don't know what that means, but my voice is indeed dead. It is dead. But we're vibing. I feel better than yesterday, so that's good. Dollar for $2 says I want to be as good on guitar as Mark Knopfler. All right. See, you always drop these rock references, and like I like rock music, but I don't know the names of all the people. So who is he? He's from Dire Straits. Okay. All right. I got to learn. I know Slash. The only one I know is Slash. I don't know a lot of the names of the rock people. Okay. Jonathan Fields for $1. Thank you very much, Jonathan Fields. Good to see you. God bless you, man. God bless you. Let's see. All right, let me check if anyone sent anything through Cash App, just in case. I'm going to try to get an actual processor. Okay, we did. Oh, here we go. Abby Zhang for $50 through Cash App says, happy birthday. Thank you, Abby Zhang. I appreciate it. God bless you, Abby. Thank you very much. Confirm payment. Thank you, Abby. I appreciate it very much. So again, let me reiterate this. The reason I put the Cash App there, obviously you're allowed to send through YouTube. It's convenient. I get it. But YouTube takes 30% of the donations, right? Which doesn't just suck for me. It sucks for you, right? Because I assume when you give me money, you're not intending to give 30% of it to YouTube, right? And so it's been this whole thing. And so I'm looking, I mean, we won't use Cash App forever. I'm looking to get like an actual Streamlabs or something set up, like the actual like alternative payment processors. Because Cash App takes what, like 3%? Yes, I mean, that's fine. That's not like 30%. I go every single night. I'll say, oh, you made like $150 on stream. Cool. You take home 90, 100 of it, and then you got to pay income tax on it. So we're going to work on setting up an alternative processor, like a real one. But again, if you want to support through there, I appreciate it. I know it's an extra step, but the extra step is better for both of us, right? It's better for me, obviously. I'm not denying that. But it's also better for you because I assume you don't want to give 30% of your whatever you send to YouTube. I'm not sure. I assume, right? So if you guys want, you don't have to. But again, the YouTube donations obviously equally appreciated. Mr. Rat for, by the way, let's get the stream to 150 likes here, chat. For 50 SEKs. What is an SEK? And how do you guys say your currency? Because if you say SEK plural, you know, that's what she said. Okay, I accidentally Googled it plural. That was not a good idea. Swedish. Okay, oh yeah, that's right, Swedish. Good to see you from Sweden. Thank you very much. Says, happy birthday, my brother in Christ. Thank you very much. God bless you. Says, in July, I will leave my teen years behind too. So you're turning 20 as well. Let's go. Always refreshing to see intelligent people my age. Well, clearly I'm not that intelligent because I can't speak. But thank you for the 50 Swedish kronas. It's a Swedish krona. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I IKEA inventing friend. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Mr. Rat. Okay. We love the Swedes. We love the Swedes. Very epic. Very cool. Vince has a global influence, getting tons of foreign donations. Thank you, Andrew M. Hey, it's true. I'm seeing that a lot more nowadays, actually. Like, I understand Canada because, you know, we're right next to each other. We, you know, I get that. But I've been seeing, like, these European countries, like Sweden, you know, Australia. We love to see it. Vince Dow is worldwide. Oh, does that mean you're a globalist? No, shut up. Vince Dow is worldwide. Let's go. Let's go. We love to see it. Actually, let's do that poll in chat. If you're international, just type it in. If you're international, what country? All right, I'm curious. We got one from Vietnam the other day. It was crazy. I didn't even know that this was allowed on YouTube in Vietnam, right? Because I know you can, it's not China or whatever, but I didn't even know my channel was even allowed to be watched on the internet in Vietnam. I guess it's a home turf thing, right? They're like, oh, he's one of us. It's fine. But so we got one from Vietnam the other day, which was crazy. Dollar for dollar says Texas. Okay, well, you didn't follow the instructions. Dollar for dollar. We got a lot of Canadian. Yeah, obviously we got a lot of Canadian. But let's excluding Canadian, because I know we have a lot of Canadian. I get that. Everyone's just saying Canada. Okay, Canada. Obviously there's a lot. Western Australia. All right, there we go. There's an exotic one. Okay, everyone's saying, listen. Texas. I said foreign countries. Average L says Georgia. Okay, so is that the state of Georgia, or is that the country of Georgia? That could be a thing. But all right. We only got Australia tonight, and obviously the Swedish person from earlier. But yeah, it was crazy. The other day we got like a Vietnamese donation, which was crazy. It's crazy to think that this many people even really care about foreign politics, you know, in this country, which is crazy. But all right, we got a $10 super chat on Cash App. Thank you very much, Jake Dahl, for the Cash App donation. Says, what are your thoughts on Whataburger? This is a political... Okay, but so he asked my thoughts on Whataburger. Thank you very much, Jake, for the $10. Let me leave a like on that. Very cool. We love to see it. Okay. All right. Why does it keep... Okay, whatever. Thank you very much for the $10. My thoughts on Whataburger. This is such a politically difficult question to navigate, because if I remotely say that Whataburger is not the greatest fast food chain in the United States, someone's going to get mad. In fact, dollar for dollar likely will get mad. Oh, you are, Jake. Actually, you know what? That's my bad. I probably shouldn't read the names on, like, okay. Sorry. From now on, sorry. First name only is the only thing I'm going to read, okay? Sorry about that, Jake. I didn't mean to do that. I forget. We have this thing here. Okay. Thoughts on Whataburger. I think it's decent. I know that's not going to be a satisfactory answer to a lot of people. I think it's okay. I think it's pretty good. I think it's decent. My thing about Whataburger is that it's decent at everything, but there's no one item on the menu where I'm like, this is phenomenally good, right? But it has a lot of different stuff that's good. They got the patty melt, the burger, this, like, you know what I mean? So it's all pretty solid. But nothing about Whataburger on that menu blows me away. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so good, I want to go back, right? And so I think that's what Whataburger's missing. Whataburger's missing, I guess there's lots of burgers, but it's missing that one pivotal part on the menu that's like their iconic dish. I feel like they don't have that. And because they don't have that, it's all decent, but it never leaves me like blown away, like, oh, I want to go back so bad, you know? So, I will say decent on that answer. And I know that people are going to get very mad, okay? When you remotely say Whataburger is quote unquote just okay, we know how the scenario goes. We know how the Texans feel about that. But dollar for dollar says, I feel that way about Sonic. So true. Sonic is, I mean, I only had Sonic once, honestly, so. you know. Let's see. Whataburger's the best damn food on the planet. I just disagree. I mean, I'm not... I almost spilled water on my laptop. That would have been a disaster. I mean, it's okay. I don't despise Whataburger. I'm just saying, to me, I'm not blown away by it, you know? Okay, here's the pivotal question. Kwawi says, is Whataburger better than In-N-Out? Hold on, we gotta play the Jeopardy theme song to get this answer. Okay, because this is the pivotal question of my political career. All right, is Whataburger better than In-N-Out? Actually, as a matter of fact, no, that's gonna get the stream copyrighted. I probably shouldn't do that. Let's put out that poll. Let's put out that poll in the chat. Let's see. Whataburger, In-N-Out. All right. I want to see what the audience. I want to see what the democracy. Even though democracy is fake and cringe, we got 100% for Whataburger. 75%. All right, we got some In-N-Out heads. All right. 4 votes. 5 votes. Whataburger's winning big. See, I did this first because I had to gauge the audience. You know, I had to gauge what the reception was going to be. In-N-Out now winning. All right. Let me give you the answer. As someone who grew up in California, as someone who grew up in Los Angeles, I'm stalling. I'm filibustering, truly. The correct answer is In-N-Out. They're mad. They're chasing me with the pitchforks. The Texans, all right? They're not happy about this. The correct answer is In-N-Out. The In-N-Out burger, and by the way, In-N-Out in California, let me say that. Everywhere I've had In-N-Out outside the state of California sucks. And if you're from Texas and you're like, In-N-Out is terrible, what are you talking? I agree. Actually, I will say that. In other states, Whataburger is better. But if you're going to do it home turf versus home turf, it's In-N-Out. California In-N-Out, way better than Whataburger, okay? And I think most people who actually try California In-N-Out will agree. Now, if you go to freaking Arizona, Texas, it sucks there. I agree. But the In-N-Out, I remember from growing up, objectively, the best. My federal agent, MBJK, says she agrees. Okay? Now, is this genuine agreement or is this a psyop? I don't know. But, real. I appreciate it, my federal agent. Thank you, my FBI agent. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see, more super chats here. Big support tonight. Do you guys want to do a 2-hour show? We could. I don't know if it'll last for that because we got 1 hour 12. We could go for 40 more minutes because, like I said, probably not gonna do a show tomorrow, so I could like make that up to you guys. I don't know. But let's see here. Oh, Johnny the Walrus is a book by Matt Walsh from Sumar Lee Bjarkason with 1,500 ISK. Thank you for the donation. Okay, that's what it was. I'm just an idiot. I thought I remember that. I thought that was the Ashley St. Clair book, but there you go. You're right. One country, I know that's obviously Nordic. What country is that? Thank you for the donation. God bless you. I got to figure out what that is. Okay, I'm starting to get curious in terms of our international audience. From Iceland. Samarni Bajork. I know that's not how I say your name. Thank you for the 1,500 Icelandic, whatever that is. We appreciate it. The worldwide community. We love to see it. VG for $11.99. Is that euros? Am I stupid? That's euros, right? I'm trying to learn these currencies because it's interesting. Euro symbol. Look at our euro. Yeah, there we go. 11.99 euros says thank you. Thank you for the donation, VG. God bless you. From Europe, from the European Union. We love to see it. God bless you, VG. And if you're from Romania, say hi to Andrew Tate for me. Very epic. Burgundy Blue for $2 says, I live in the non-American countries of New York City and DC. You live in both places at once. So you have 2 places you live. and it's New York City and DC. I'm sorry, man. At least you get history. At least you get history. I genuinely don't hate DC. There's something about it still. It's like the novelty of it as a political person. I always rant every single DC sucks, DC this and that. I like DC a lot more than New York, honestly. The metro is relatively safe, which is surprising. Most people would not expect it. It's actually relatively safe in DC. And it's just not as, I don't know, this is not as bad as New York. I can't stand New York, though. It is so crowded. Like, it's just, like, I can't think in that. But DC a little bit more spread out. And then there's just something about the novelty. There's just, I'm a political person. There's still something that's going to always, like, resonate. Probably would never live there. God forbid. I hope I never have to have a job that lives there. But, there's something about it. I'd rather be in DC than New York by a long shot. So, dollar for $2 says appeal to majority. Screw your majority. In and out. Okay, in and out is better. Also, In and Out is Republic. Aren't they owned by like a Christian Republican guy? I mean, I don't know if Whataburger. Is Whataburger owned by GOP people? Not sure. Have you considered this? Eric Peterson for $5 says Johnny the Walrus from Matt Walsh. Don't shade sweet daddy. I wasn't trying to. I didn't. I for some reason I mistook it with the Ashley St. Clair book. Okay, because that's what it was. So sorry about that. Let me respond to this person's happy birthday text. I almost was gonna text happy birthday back. You guys ever? Because Merry Christmas, right? You say Merry Christmas. You too. I was gonna say happy birthday to you too. I had that typed out, okay? I literally had that typed out here on my phone. Okay. Thank you. That was going to be very stupid. Thompson Spence called me retarded. Listen, Thompson Spence, you want to tell me you've never done that? You're going to tell me you have never once accidentally almost done that? Don't lie. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to the world. Don't lie to the world. Zachary for $2 says DC Metro was literally part of my childhood. Are you from DC? I always wonder what it's like to grow up on the East Coast, because you say, oh, I grew up in LA, which I'm sure like most of the people watching, you probably grew up in rural community or the South or some Republican part of the country, right? It's interesting though. I grew up in LA, and there's something about LA that's more, maybe not so much anymore, but at least growing up, it's that Southern California mentality, right? Laid back, things are not so crowded, more spread out and stuff. Suburban, all that whatnot. I remember growing up and thinking to myself, how on earth could anyone live in like a normal city? Because LA's spread out, everyone lives in the suburbs. As I go to San Francisco, I'm like, this place is disgusting. It's so like just packed in. What is this place? Everyone here's a jerk. Southern Californians. I know it's funny because I'm from LA and I'm the one telling you this is how we thought growing up. I was like, San Francisco sucks. Who would ever want to go there? It's dirty. It's all the homeless people everywhere. Which ironically, and we'll look how LA is now. But this is how it was growing up. And then I looked at the East Coast and I was like, how could people ever live there? It is like so crowded. It's so just overwhelming, and the people there are so mean to each other and all. I was like, how could anyone live on the East Coast? And then I look at LA and I'm like, this place sucks too. But growing up, Southern California, like that's how we thought about things, No one wanted to be from the Northeast or NorCal or whatever. Like we were actually, I was actually proud to be from where I was growing up. Okay. Now, I mean, I have to spend all this time in the conservative movement of basically apologizing for it, which, admittedly, especially the way it's become, and also, I start to see the flaws inherently with all that whole lifestyle and all that Hollywood, whatever, obviously. But, there's still something about the old concept of California. In and Out is one example, right? In and Out, what is that? It's a 50s themed diner. There's Beach Boys, there's still something, in my opinion, about the old romanticization, specifically of Southern California. When we say California, we mean Southern California, right? Northern California, okay. Would you want to be in San Francisco in the 1960s? It wasn't that great back then either. But there's something about the romanticization of Southern California that, still rings true. And growing up, those are all the cliches, I believed, right? This is paradise, blah, blah, blah. There's still a little bit of that in my blood. An ounce of it. I'm not going to lie. An ounce of it. Burgundy Blue for $2. Thank you very much. Says, have you ever been on 4chan? Although I do like it better here, obviously. Have you ever been on 4chan/Reddit? I've never been on 4chan. Actually, I've never once been on there. Reddit, yes, because back in the day, maybe I shouldn't even say it. Never mind. In high school, there were academic reasons why I was on Reddit. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. All right, thank you for the $2. Appreciate it very much. Big support. We have crossed $300 in Super Chats. I appreciate it. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. It's a great birthday. Love you guys. Zachary for $5 says, my dad was literally an Air Force lieutenant colonel working in the Pentagon. Wow. Very cool. Very cool, Zachary. Your dad's Chad. Your dad's literally Tom Cruise, Top Gun. Let's go. Let's go. His servant S says the South is not like the Northeast. Oh, I never said that. Did I say that on accident? Okay. Californian lingo, when we say the East Coast, we mean the Northeast. It's just a thing. I don't know. I don't know why we say we never specify Northeast. We just say East Coast. And then whenever we say it, we mean like New York. The South is like seen as something different, although it technically is on the East. So you are right. But yeah, love the South, obviously. Philadelphia is peak East Coast. I was conceived there. I was conceived in Philadelphia. I was almost a Philly boy. My dad, very last minute, when my mom, actually, they didn't know yet. They didn't know yet that I was conceived. But he says there's just something, he was doing his residency program for surgery, whatever, and he was actually doing very well in it and all this stuff. And then somewhere between the point where I was conceived and they found out, there was some calling in him. And he just always tells this story. Like, I just decided I had to get out and I had to go back to California. Like, I had to get out of that place because he hated Philadelphia, but he's doing well in the residency. And he was all passionate about it. And then it's very interesting whether it was biology or God, some type of switch clicked in him where he just decided he had to get out of Philadelphia all of a sudden. And it was obviously because I was conceived, which is very interesting, right? Because his hormones somehow figured that out. You know what I mean? It's a very interesting story, but if he had finished his residency, I would have been a Philly baby. And he probably would have worked in a Philadelphia hospital. And I would have been a Philly boy. Could you imagine Philly boy Vince Dow? Could you imagine that? And honestly, my life growing up was a lot more laid back, right? It was a lot safer, I should say, even. Because I know LA, blah, 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 people think. But, the suburbs of LA were always expensive, but they used to be relatively safe and decent. It was like a decent place. Philadelphia, where he was, it's like awful. And so I think that's what it was. I think there was a paternal instinct in him that he had to move to like protect me because Philadelphia is I can't say that word. Swamp, But who knows? Who knows? Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes tonight. Appreciate it. Let's see. Anything else on Cash App? I don't believe so. All right, we'll end at 10 p.m., chat. We'll end at 10 p.m., so we'll go for about 10 more minutes here. 7 more, whatever. And then we'll call it a night. Thank you guys for all the support tonight. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I got to go in a few minutes, and then we will, I'll get ready to go to D.C., maybe see some of you guys there. It'll be very fun. But last call, any last Super Chats, birthday gifts you want to send in, feel free to send them in now, ladies and gentlemen. We're closing out the bar, closing out the tab. So, yeah. But it's been a great birthday stream. Very fun. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. And let's see. Top Gun is Navy, dude. Okay, you know what I mean, Zachary. The point is, planes. Highway to the danger zone. Okay? That's what I mean. All right? Doesn't matter if it's a naval pilot, Air Force pilot. It's still cool. As a matter of fact, when I was young, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. That was like my very young childhood job I wanted. And then I was like, eh. Actually, you know why? You know why I decided not to? Because I don't like jets. I liked like World War II planes growing up. I liked like the P-51 Mustang and all that. You know, the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. And growing up, I thought there was something about jet warfare with the missiles and all that. There just wasn't any honor in warfare. And so I was like, I don't want to do that. But yeah, that was... Growing up, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. So... Abby says, happy birthday. We got happy birthday chain. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate the support. Again, any last gifts you want to send in? 6 minutes. Ending here in 6 minutes. More or less. I hope your mother makes you the coolest cake, Vince. My mother is, she does not live near me. So, unfortunately, that is not an option. That is not an option. I'm sure she would. Tech Boy says, who cares about honor? Well, why would I want to be a fighter pilot if it's not going to be cool and fun? You know? That's the reason why. The Icelandic guy whose name I won't say again sends 750 Icelandic dollars, whatever that is. Kornas, is that what they're called? Says, have fun in DC. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will buy a burger with that donation. Appreciate it. Mr. Iceland. Mr. Iceland, let's go. Round of applause. Shout out to our Icelandic viewers. All 3 of you. 3 of the 4 people who live in Iceland all watch the channel, according to my analytics. So, appreciate it. Appreciate it. China DeWine says, happy birthday, Vince Dow. Yo, the governor of Ohio. We got the governor of Ohio wishing me a happy birthday. China DeWine. China DeWine. Thank you, China DeWine. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Let's see. I like ships too, says Good Emperor. Planes are awesome. So true. That's what I played with growing up, was planes. I used to take these fighter planes. I was a weird kid. I didn't want Legos. I wanted World War II era plane models, okay? You go back to my old bedroom. The amount of P-51 Mustangs and Corsairs and Zeros and Focke-Wulf 190s, and I had all... That's what I did as toys. That's what I wanted as toys. You know? My parents, oh, you want Ninjago? You want Legos? I'm like, no. I want models of World War II era planes. That was a deal. Ilona says, I'm surprised Blackpink didn't wish you a happy birthday. It's kind of racist. Are you saying just because I am Asian that I know black people who are pink? What does that even mean, Ilona? Kidding. But what the heck? I remember in high school, my Korean math teacher, who Blackpink are the girl band. Okay. My math teacher in high school, I remember, was playing a Blackpink music video once in class. And I remember he was like asking he was a bit of a troll, okay? He's like asking the Korean boys, like, hey, Adam, you like that? You know. I just now remember that because you said Blackpink. Okay. Blackpink. $2 from Burgundy Blue says, what are your thoughts on Kyle Kalinske? That's the guy who runs Secular Talk, right? I mean, personally, I find it to be kind of annoying, but I also haven't seen that much content from him. The only times I see content from him is when I'm trying to search something on a right-wing topic and he's just going there being annoying and whatever. He's kind of like... He reminds me a lot of the hardcore libertarians. Same persona, you know, kind of like the finance bro douchebag sort of thing. So, you know, I don't know much about his content, but that's the vibe I've gotten from him for the most part. So, Kawhi says, Vince, Lord of the Rings has lots of Christian foundations. Would you be willing to watch it, or is it too geeky for you? I mean, I wouldn't mind watching it, but the thing is, I don't really sit down and watch movies anymore. Like, I don't have the time, you know? maybe I technically do have. By the way, everyone leave a like on the stream. Let's get to 150 likes. But maybe I really do have the time, but I don't really feel like it is. You know, I don't feel like I have the time. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if I have the time to sit down and watch a movie trilogy. You know what I mean? So, Vince, did you ever consider playing that wizard game? I don't even know what that is, but I probably would not have because I've always thought wizards were geeky. I have something against Wizards, Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. I didn't like Harry Potter. I had no interest in Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, none of that stuff growing up because it just seemed nerdy to me. But then simultaneously, I like Star Wars, so I guess that's a contradiction, but it just is the way I was. Okay? The way I was. All right, let me check one last time on Cash App for any donations, and if not, we will end the stream here. I believe we did get one. Hold on. Shirley, for $10, thank you very much, says, happy birthday. Stay on the straight and narrow. Thank you very much, Shirley. I appreciate it. I appreciate the Cash App donation. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Good support tonight, guys. I appreciate it very much. Again, probably won't see you tomorrow. Say it again, Vince. Dorks. Okay, got it. Dorks. So true. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. This was a fun stream. I appreciate it very much. And again, until next time, again, we'll probably try to do a show Friday. Tomorrow, maybe we can throw something together. I don't know. Friday, I'm going to try to do something in DC and may just be pre-recorded. It would be really cool to do a live thing. Live at a political event. Hey, here's so-and-so on the panel. Like, you know, we should try to do it. We'll try to do it. But I'll let you guys know. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, everyone be sure to leave a like on the stream before you go. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes and the birthday gifts. I love you all. God bless you. Have a very good night. Stay safe out there. Alpha moves only. God bless and peace. Dorks. So true.